However, I used this opportunity to explain exactly why I wanted different terms. Once they heard my rationale that I wanted money to start more projects, to help me with cash flow, and to be able to go to some angel investors to raise even more money, they understood. All they wanted in return was a right of first refusal on any future projects I develop with the additional cash flow in the next few years. Now, instead of using a line of credit to support all these development programs, I have 3 to 4 more projects which I will start this summer instead of end of 2005, and both sides have a better deal under these terms. What this person had done was a post-settlement settlement. They had an agreement that both sides had agreed to. They went back, not to really squeeze more money out of it, but to see if they could negotiate a deal that's better for both sides. What's really interesting about this example, I think, is that this idea of a right of first refusal was never mentioned in the original negotiations. Why? Because a large pharmaceutical firm had assumed it would never be agreed to, so they hadn't bothered bringing it up. And the small guy, the student, had never brought it up because why would I bring up the possibility of giving up right of first refusal for no reason? But when they went back in, he started thinking about, let me think about all the ways in which I can make their life better. If they value something that I have, right of first refusal, exclusivity, last look provisions, whatever, maybe I can give them that and get something that I value and make both parties better off. Okay, last section on this. Another different take on what to do when you're weak. If you're sick of playing by their rules, you can sometimes change the game. I'm going to give you a few examples of what it means to change the game, and I'm going to start with an example about attacking the source of their power. They may be more powerful, but one thing worth considering... Hello? Hello? Okay. One thing worth considering is where do they get their power? And I'm going to give you an example about an organization called Planned Parenthood, which some of you may know about. Planned Parenthood is an organization that helps women who don't want to have children when they're pregnant, and abortion and family planning and such things. And this can be a controversial topic, so I'm not going to get into the politics or the ideological debate around it, but again, just focus on the strategic element of what took place. So what happened with Planned Parenthood was they discovered that they have a big problem, that they get protesters lining up outside their clinics, threatening and abusing women that are going into the clinic. And this makes it very difficult for the women to get the treatment that they wish to get. And you know, this is a problem on many fronts, and they tried a few things like trying to get restraining orders and some space between them and the protesters, and with marginal success, until one day somebody came up with an absolutely brilliant idea. And the idea is called the Pledge a Picket program. And here's how it works. The clinics reach out to their supporters and ask them to pledge money as a donation based on the number of protesters that show up that week. And they make this public. So they go to you and say, you support our cause, and we have this problem. Will you give us $10 or $1 for every person that shows up in the next week or next month? And you sign up. Now, when these protesters show up, what happens? The clinic is making more money. One of the clinics went so far as to put up a sign outside that said, even our protesters support Planned Parenthood.